Abraham's journey continued after his name change, and the stakes became even higher. God had promised him countless descendants, yet Sarah remained barren. As Sarah grew older, she believed it was impossible for her to bear a child, so she proposed a culturally accepted but emotionally complicated solution. Abraham should have a child with her servant Hagar. This is recorded in Genesis 16:1-4. Hagar bore Abraham a son, Ishmael, but the household dynamics quickly became strained. The tension between Sarah and Hagar grew unbearable, particularly after Hagar, feeling superior, began to despise Sarah. The Torah tells us in Genesis 16:6-12 that Hagar fled to the desert, but an angel appeared to her, instructing her to return. The angel promised that her son Ishmael would also become the father of a great nation. Jewish tradition elaborates on this moment, emphasizing the compassion shown to Hagar. Even though she was a servant, it was a testament to God's care for all people. However, this was not the child through whom the covenant would be fulfilled. In Genesis 17:15-19, God appeared again to Abraham, now 99 years old, and reiterated the promise of a son. This time, God made it clear that Sarah, despite her advanced age, would bear this child. He even changed her name from Sarai to Sarah, meaning princess, reflecting her role as the mother of nations. God also gave Abraham the command to circumcise himself, Ishmael, and all the males in his household. This was a sign of the everlasting covenant, Genesis 17:10-14. A fascinating detail from Jewish tradition explains that just days after this covenant of circumcision, Abraham was visited by 3 mysterious men. While recovering at the entrance of his tent, this is where things get interesting. Genesis 18:1-15 recounts how these visitors, later revealed to be angels, announced Sarah's impending pregnancy. But the Talmud adds depth to this scene. One angel was sent to heal Abraham, another to announce Isaac's birth, and the third to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. When Sarah overheard their conversation and laughed at the absurdity of becoming a mother at 90, God responded by saying, "Is anything too hard for the Lord?" Genesis 18:14. Isaac's name, Yitzhak, meaning he will laugh, is directly tied to this moment, symbolizing the laughter of doubt turned into the joy of fulfilled promise. One lesser-known Jewish teaching from the Midrash says that Sarah's pregnancy was so miraculous that it impacted the women around her. Her ability to conceive brought healing to other barren women, allowing them to have children as well. This notion underscores the idea that God's blessings to Abraham and Sarah radiated outward. Finally, in Genesis 21:1-7, the long-awaited son was born. Isaac's arrival was the fulfillment of God's promise and marked the beginning of the nation that would spring from Abraham. Sarah's joy overflowed, and she declared, "God has brought me laughter, and everyone who hears about this will laugh with me." Genesis 21:6. The birth of Isaac symbolized not just personal fulfillment for Abraham and Sarah, but the continuation of God's covenant and the foundation for the future of the Jewish people.